Hello, Marcus Lim here, and I'm here today to talk to you about Batman The Dark Knight Master Race. And this is just a collection of all the covers, variant covers, standard covers, variant covers, and all sorts of other covers for the entire Batman Dark Knight Master Race 9-issue series. And so it's pretty much a companion piece to the actual Batman The Dark Knight Master Race hardcover collection, which I already did a video on like last week. And the thing about this is that usually covers, right, this is pretty much just like supplementary material to the hardcover, right? But in this case they've decided to make one volume just comprising the covers themselves, because there's actually quite a lot of covers, almost obscene amount of covers. As you can see here, it says over 150 variant covers produced by an all-star roster of artists, right? Such is the draw, of a series like The Dark Knight, which would have influenced all of these artists, and so I guess that's why we've got such an enormous number of covers just for this series alone. So let's see what we've got inside. Okay, so we've got, let's see, so in here it kind of tells us who the artists are that are featured, whose covers are featured in this volume. So we've got Frank Miller, obviously, Andy Kubert, Klaus Janson, Jim Lee, and I think you can see that the way that the covers are organized, they are kind of they are actually in alphabetical orders by last name, so A, B, 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 right? So Adams, Orred, Boland, and as we scan the names, you can see that this is really an all-star roster of artists, right? Adam Hughes, and then on the inside back flap, right? Continuing on, J, L, M, P, and then cell S, and then ending with Scott Williams, W, right? So that's the way that the covers are organized in this book. So there is an order to it. So taking off the jacket, you can see that inside we've got yet another illustrated artwork. Let's see. Yeah, it's wrapped around as well, so it's cool. Okay, so let's flip through the covers themselves. It starts off with an introduction by inker Klaus Janson, okay, before we get on to the actual covers. So this is the one by Frank Miller. It's the #1 issue, variant cover. So yeah, it starts off with all covers by Frank Miller and Alex Sinclair. So this is the one that's featured on the the cover of this collection, and it's actually from the Dark Knight Master Race #5. Okay, so these are all Frank Miller. Okay, so I'll flip through it fairly quickly. And these are all the ones for his mini comics. Okay, this is cover line art sketch materials, and this is the actual standard cover. So we now come to let's see, Klaus Janson. Alright, we've got sketches as well, which is nice. And then now we get on to some of the other ones, the non-Frank Miller ones. Jim Lee, and here's where the starts off alphabetically, like Albuquerque, Michael Orred, Simon Beasley, alright, Greg Capullo, I'm just flipping through all these covers fairly quickly. So Terry Dodson, Dave Dorman, David Finch, Dev Gibbons, Adam Hughes, Dave Johnson, Chip Kit. Alright. Sean Murphy, Paul Pop, Howard Porter, Ivan Ress, Eduardo Rizzo, Riley Rossmore, John Romita, and Bruce Timm, Hugh Thompson, and then with Scott Williams. Okay, so there you go. Over 150 variant covers from the Dark Knight Master Race. And you know, again, right, like it is, I wouldn't say like 100%, but you know, at some stage DC might choose to, you know, combine these two into like a deluxe edition, right? So that's entirely possible. But you know, until that happens, right? You know, if you really want to have all of the covers, right, in one volume, then this is pretty much the only option that you have at the moment. So if you're a Dark Knight fan, then I guess you want to get your hands on this. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this look into this collection of covers, and I'll see you in another video.